Cool. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Wesley. We're super glad you're here. I know it's spring semester. It's getting warm. It's getting hard to be here, but you're here. Super pumped. You're here. You're on a really good night. We have David speaking. So, yeah, it's going to be awesome. All right. So, clipboard's going around. I think Danny's got it now. It's got sign-ups on it, thank you card, all that good stuff. Make sure you get it because, as you know, sometimes it doesn't get all the way around the room. Tonight is the last night to sign up. If you are interested in going on the service trip with us to Kentucky in May, right at the end of the semester, put your name on there, and then we'll have a meeting next Thursday to give you as many details as we have. Also tonight, remember we have a leadership team meeting right after worship. And then also after that, we're going to set up for the yard sale that's happening on Saturday. I know those of you that are involved already know that, but if someone's like, man, I really need to help set up a yard sale, tonight's your night. All right. These guys and lady are playing at the 9:05 a.m. service on Sunday down the hall. I'm sure they would love it as many of you showed up as possible this Sunday at 9 o'clock to support them.
We'll have a mosh pit. He'll be in the front row.
Yep. He's known for dropping people.
Tailgating starts at 7 a.m.
Yes. At David's house. Sunday, hopefully this is a sign up. I don't think we talked about it, or maybe there's no sign up. I don't know. But Sunday at 5 o'clock, we're going to meet here, and there's a sign up. But even if you don't sign up, you can show up. But we're going to go out to Little Savannah Road, which is kind of like the road the airport's on, but past there. And we're going to just do some trash pickup because it needs it really bad. And it's fun. And we'll have little pickup squeezy things for you and a nice little orange vest. And yeah. So 5 o'clock, be here on Sunday. And then also, those of you who qualify for men's group, you know who you are. We're going to go to the Fun Factory and dinner on the Friday the 25th. Again, meeting here at 5 o'clock. Anybody that, like I said, is in that group or wants to be, can come. And this is a BYOM event. Bring your own money. But if money's an issue, talk to me, and we'll make sure you still get to go. It's a lot of fun. Fun Factory's in Franklin. It's like 30 minutes from here. There's like laser tag and games, and you get to shoot a laser gun at Matt. I mean, what else is better than that? All right. Are there any other announcements?
Yes,
David Reeves, everybody.
So on Saturday, those of you who don't want to go to the yard sale, which is really important, I'm not saying it isn't, and if you're not going to the walkathon for United Christian Ministry down in Silva, my friend Jerry DeWeese, who is an engineer for Duke Power and goes to that other Methodist church in Silva, is taking your group to Crusoe, North Carolina, over in Haywood County to work on a house that was damaged in the flood back in the fall. He needs 3 more people to help paint for 4 hours. If you're interested in that, I'd love to talk to you after we're done today.
All right. Is that it?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, cool. You guys can stand up with us tonight. Somebody is Mr. Zach Georgiou. And I think everyone's wearing green. Who's not wearing green tonight? We got any pinchers in the crowd?
Pincher?
Pinchies, excuse me. All right, well, we got another pincher.
dissipated some, but they found a new strand.
Oh gosh.
So she's gonna have to go through really intensive chemo.
Yeah. We'll definitely keep her in our thoughts. What else?
My friend Brock just got deployed to Europe, so prayers for him.
Definitely.
Everyone in Ukraine right now.
Definitely want to keep everyone in Ukraine and Russia and out there in our prayers. Anything else? All right, let us pray. Precious Lord, thank you for allowing us to be here and worship you. Be with all the spoken and unspoken prayers tonight. Continue to watch over us and give us the strength we need to praise your name. And now, let us say the prayer you taught us so long ago. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. All you, David.
Cool. Who we say was going to read out loud?
Matt did.
Okay. Cool. As much as I love that slide, could we have the next one? Thank you. Let's start here. How many of you know how to drive? Raise your hand. Hi. Good. Okay. Good. All right. How many of you consider yourselves good drivers? Raise your hand. Okay. You really? Scarlett over there being honest. Okay. How many really, really good drivers we got? Raise your hand. All right. Okay. Good for all of you. Now, next thing. Repeat after me. I will answer the questions when the old man asks them. Good. So now we have everybody participating. If you are a good driver, or even if you just know how to drive, could you name one thing that you always need to remember so that you don't run into something or have a terrible day? What? Red means stop. Okay, we got 2 votes for red means stop. That's a good one. Those red signs, that's what they mean. Matt, give me another one.
The speed limit, you should follow it. I would have saved myself a lot of money if I did that.
The speed limit is not a suggestion. It is a limit. Yeah.
Hesitation will get you killed.
There's a good one. Hesitation will. I'm going to come back to that. Okay, good. Is there any more?
Sometimes other people don't know what they're doing, so you have to.
Okay. That's sort of the next level, but we're coming to that. So it really is important that you remember how fast you're supposed to go. Red means stop. Did we leave anything out?
Stay between the lines.
That's really important. Okay. Drive on the right side. Okay. So you know all this stuff, okay? Now, an example of an equally important, but maybe not as visceral response is one like Nate said. Hesitation will get you killed or injured, where you have to pay attention. So that's where you develop your skill driving, right? All right. Now, my job is I'm a Methodist preacher, which means, among other things, I need to know about this book over here, the one that I'm not going to hold up for a minute because it's heavy. There are 3,000 years stuffed into that Bible. Bunch of books, 66, I think. All kinds of stories. My job is to know as much of that as I can. Okay, so I would consider myself a pretty good student of the Bible, right? Just like I'm a pretty good driver. I'm not an excellent driver. Okay, let's do the student of the Bible thing. How many of you are pretty good students of the Bible? You know the story pretty well. Okay, Victoria is. Good, thank you, Victoria. So do we have any experts? People can quote line and verse, know it start to finish? Yeah? And I would have expected that. Good. All right. Truth of the matter is, most people just know a little bit of it, right? All right. Now, for as long as I've done this, which is a long time, the most important thing I think to me that the Bible can do for us is it teaches us how to live. Now, you're in the part of your life where now you're adults, you know, like people that aren't telling you to do stuff anymore except when you have to turn the papers in, that kind of thing. I want to introduce you to Jesus 101. Okay, some of you have been to church here, and so you've already heard some Jesus 101 before this. It is in the 5th chapter of the Gospel of Matthew. Matthew is the first book in the New Testament. All right, that you can remember. In the 5th chapter, there is some stuff that Jesus gets up and says, you need to do this. You just need to do this. It's how you are a good person. It's how you deliver yourself from being a jerk. All right. Matthew chapter 5, 6, and 7 will take you 5 minutes to read. Okay. When was the last time somebody at Western Carolina University gave you an assignment that took 5 minutes? Like, never? Yeah? Okay. So, sometime in the next 24 hours, if you would, sit down in a quiet place, read Matthew chapters 5, 6, and 7. Okay. We're just going to do 4 things from it, and we're going to let you all weigh in on that. In the first part of Matthew chapter 5, there is something called the Beatitudes. That's where Jesus makes it as simple and as short as you possibly can. A driving beatitude is drive on the right. Okay? A driving beatitude is if it's red, stop. Okay? Super simple. So Jesus in Matthew 5 said, among other things, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Okay? Let's unpack that for a minute. Blessed in all these just means happy. In fact, later translations, when they translate it, it means happy, satisfied, content. Okay, so happy and content are people who are poor in spirit. When I say poor in spirit, what does that mean to you? What pops into your head? What? Sad? Okay. What? I'm sorry, I can't hear any. I'm hearing impaired. What did you say?
I said down in the dumps.
Down in the dumps? Okay. So you get that, right? All right. It seems like an oxymoron, doesn't it? Blessed, happy are the down in the dumps. All right. Now, the first one's just plain wisdom. What Jesus wants you to know there is everybody's going to be sad sometimes. All right. So he's not actually even asking you to do anything here. So if you come to the table that night and you feel bad, I was about to get in trouble. Jesus would just want you to understand it's not going to be like this forever. And everybody who belongs in the kingdom of heaven will going to have some bad days. Okay? This one is just take a breath. Okay? Now, let's do the next one, whoever's driving that thing. Good. Blessed are the meek, for they are going to inherit the earth. All right. Happy, we already know what blessed means. Happy are the meek. Now, let me ask you a question. I would ask you to maybe raise your hand. That way you don't have to actually talk. Right? If you think a meek person is a bad thing, raise your hand. Oh, I've been set up. So, is a meek person a good thing? Raise your hand. Y'all just not willing to vote at all, okay? You're going to make great Americans. Just stay home in November. Okay. What is a meek person, Motter's Head? I mean, what comes to mind when you hear the word meek?
Sounds like bleak.
Bleak?
Sounds like bleak.
Okay. Okay. Meek rhymes with bleak. Thank you, Adam.
Not confident.
Alice says not confident. Okay. Quiet. Not confident. What else? Anybody? Humble. Okay. I love that word. These others are kind of scary, but I love that word. Anybody else? What's a meek person? Are you a meek person? Let's ask Ashley Perkins, because I can remember her name. Are you a meek person?
I don't think I really know what meek means. Are you quiet? I think not confident. Maybe.
Okay. The word meek has developed a bad reputation, which is really sad, because in its sort of purest translation, the word meek means that you know your position and you play it. Okay. You know your position and you play it. Madison Lovingood plays clarinet, I think, in the band. Isn't that what it is? Yeah, okay. I never can remember what those. Anyway, so she plays clarinet in the band. What would happen if instead of playing the clarinet part, you played the bassoon part?
Well, it wouldn't sound good because it
Yeah.
would read different clefs and stuff.
Your concert would suck. I mean, that's what's going to happen. Where she knows her position and she plays it. And so Jesus said, you're happy if you know your position and you play it. I'm going to ask you to do a hard thing here, but I know you can do it. Can you give me an example of you living on this planet and walking around and you have an opportunity to do some good thing that helps? You know, that's your position. Can you name one of those things?
Helping the homeless.
Helping the what?
The homeless?
Helping the homeless? Good for you. So you do that? I mean, like
I try.
when you pull up the red light, you always
Picking up trash Sunday at 5.
picking up. Okay, helping the homeless, picking up trash Sunday at 5. Wood delivery. All these things are good answers. Can we narrow it down just a little bit more? When it comes to like how you treat one another, and how you treat Jay and Scarlett and I, because like we're really important. No, we're not. But how does it figure into how you treat one another? Can you give me examples of that? How you can be good to one another?
The golden rule.
All right. I think Zach said golden rule. All right. Everybody knows what the golden rule is, right? Okay, good. Anything else?
Respect and understanding.
Would you say that twice as loud?
Respect and understanding.
Okay. Respecting and understanding. Good. Anybody ever hurt your feelings? When somebody hurts your feelings, okay, just go there for a minute. Don't stay all day, but go there for a minute. Last time somebody hurt your feelings, all right? Now, you have a decision to make, right? You have a decision to make. Because when you get your feelings hurt, you get angry, disappointed, a bunch of other stuff. Okay, now, you can hold on to that and give energy and nurse that grudge and keep it warm and feed it and let it live in your brain and give it the best part of you, or you can do something else. Like, I don't know, let it go, right? Blessed are the meek. The meek are not bad people. They're people who play their position. They're going to inherit the earth, right? The short version of that is, if you inherit the earth, you belong here. 14 years ago, I spent my summer building this room. That's just what we did. We nailed up sheetrock and 2x4s and put in windows and all of that. And my only hope out of that was that people could come here and belong. You know, they could come in and feel like, hey, this is my place. And that's what I hope happens here. So blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Play your position, you'll always have a place. Next slide, we're almost done. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Okay. Does that immediately evoke a picture of a boring life to you? Blessed are the pure in heart. Alice says no. I know, I was just picking on you. Okay. Aislinn says no. What does it mean then?
It just means like go through life without any ill intentions.
Okay. Where you manage your ill intention. See, that's a problem for me because ill intention is so very much fun. Right? Right. But good. Are there other, what does it feel like to you to be pure in heart? Let's ask Sarah, because she's back there and she looks like she's listening. So, what does it mean to be pure in heart to you?
Be kind.
To be kind? Okay, I like that. Kindness just means that you care about people enough to actually do something, right? Let's do one more. Anybody got another pure in heart?
Seeing the good in people.
Oh, okay. Looking for the good in people and seeing it. Okay, good. Is this one that you get in 5 minutes or an hour or a day? I don't know. Happy or pure people who are pure in heart because they're going to see God. What in the world does that mean? Okay. All right. We're almost done, I promise. When you see God, if you hear that, you will see God. What image comes to your head right now? Like some old, bald-headed white guy with a long beard? Or like, what does it mean that you're going to see God?
Oh, you're going to heaven.
I'm sorry, say it again louder.
You're going to heaven.
Oh, okay, going to heaven. Company answer. Good, thank you. No, I mean. Let me ask you the question another way then. If you thought you had a chance to see God, what would you hope to see? Is that too general a question?
I don't think so. Love, kindness, comfort, compassion.
Something amazing.
See, that's Jay. He loves me, and he's trying to pull me out of this. So good for him. Good. I'm grateful. Thank you. All right.
Something amazing. Something beyond amazing.
Okay. This one's wisdom also. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. When you figure out how to not spend all your energy being angry all the time, when you develop the skill of looking for the good in people, like Madison said, when you worry about the people around you and whether or not they're doing well, like Adam Mottershead does all the time, when you do these things, then you also at the same time get an idea of what God actually looks like. God isn't real estate or a person. God is more than that. This pure thing that we have a chance to view. All right, there's one more. Save the best and the hardest for last. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called the children of God. Oh, you see that in there where it says sons of God? New Testament is 2,000 years old-ish, and they were just all about that guy language, right? Sorry about that. We're trying to fix that, right? But blessed are the peacemakers, for they're going to be called the sons of God. What is a peacemaker? Somebody said it.
I said it's a gun.
A gun?
Yeah, peacemaker's magnum.
Yeah. A Colt peacemaker. Yeah, okay. Thank you for that answer, Nate. Let's start a little earlier than that. When you hear the word peace, do you want some of that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what does peace look like that you want it? I mean, like, why would you even worry about that? Why would you even want that?
Comfort and knowing that peace.
It's the absence of all that other bad stuff, all right? Your brain works better in peace. Okay, if we did a short recipe for peace, what would we stir into it?
Love.
Okay, Reagan says we'll stir in some love, half a cup of love, all right? I would stir in a cup and a half of justice. Justice just here means that like everybody gets the same chance. Okay, so we got some love, and David put justice in there. What else? Danny, you want to put something in there? Oh, sorry. Cream of tartar. Yeah, I know.
I say unselfishness.
Unselfishness. Okay, good.
I mean, in the sense that you don't always have to like. I don't know. There's a thought in here. It's coming out. But
Okay.
it's taking its time.
Hey, we got time. I'm almost done.
Okay. So unselfishness. Final answer.
Unselfishness. Anybody else? Because what? Yeah.
Grace.
Grace. Thank you. Man, grace is this word that's like packed full of all kinds of stuff. And that's maybe where we'll stop. And an example of all these things together is peacemakers. Now, normally you think that you're only going to get jammed up and at war-ish, metaphorically speaking, with somebody who is your enemy, right? Ask yourself this question. Is that the truth? No. Who do you get the maddest at when they let you down? Yeah, the people you know, the people you love. Okay. That's why peacemakers become so very, very important. The short example of that is like Scarlett Pless came to Western Carolina University, went to Wesley Foundation, even before it was in this building. Yes, she's that old. And Jay works here, I work here, and we love each other. We really do. Like we got each other's back. But occasionally, like, we work together closely enough to where I hurt her feelings, or she hurts mine, or whatever. And one of the really cool things about this is, without ever like sitting down talking about it, all three of us have kind of committed ourselves to never letting an argument become something that tears us apart, right? And usually, when the argument's between Jay and I, then the voice of reason is over there in the Scarlet section, right? What she usually says is something like, you just know better than this. Just stop. And we do. Okay. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they're going to be called God's own children, right? Again, that means you belong. All right. Now, we're done with the four things. Here's what I'd really love for you to do. Matthew 5, 6, and 7. It will literally take you 5 minutes to read it. I wish you'd read it every day for a week, because it's going to take the whole rest of your life to actually do it. If you get that done, then you have a real life. Will you pray with me? Sometimes we're sad, Lord. It's good to know that we won't always be that way. And we know also it doesn't hurt when we support one another in those difficult times. We're grateful, Lord, that we can know our position and play it, especially the kindness position. And if we do that, we're glad to know that we're always going to belong here. We're always going to have a place. As we live, Lord, and as we read the stories, and as we make new friends, and as we worship, and as we practice this, may it be that we develop a pure heart so that we can know what you look like by how you are. And in this awful, hard, dangerous world, help us always, every chance we get, to be peacemakers, so that people can look at us and say, there goes one of God's own kids. Amen. Well, thanks for your help.
Over here, everyone.
See my shame.
be good to each other. Help us to know we won't always be sad. Help us be peacemakers. So we can be your children. Thanks for letting us be here tonight. Amen.
And thanks for coming. If you want to help clean up, that would be greatly appreciated. We'll see you next week. Good night.